Jaden Show, and here's your host, Jaden Cornelious. Hey, happy Sunday, everybody. Another Sunday has fallen upon us. These weeks are going so really super quickly. It's crazy to think that Christmas is on its way. Have you watched, that's what I keep meaning to ask you, have you watched the second film of Hocus Pocus yet?
I banish thee from Salem forever.
They were right to fear thee. Magic has a way of uniting. Happy 16th birthday, child.
I have a gift for my favorite customers. Legend has it, it's on the 16th birthday that a witch gets her powers.
Lock up your children! Yes, Salem, we're back!
Gilbert, where did you get that candle? We have to get out of here. The witches will be here any second. Ah! The book is alive.
He woke up?
If we intend to live past sunrise, we have to steal their souls.
Whoa, wait, can we talk about this?
No! We must fly! We run amok!
Not to freak out. The vengeful maniac obsessed with getting revenge on Salem sounds very bad for Salem.
We should get some salt. Why? So it tastes better when they eat us? Spread out. Sisters!
That's not 6 feet under.
Stop! I am a good zombie.
I can't tell you how happy this makes me. But I want to hear what you think about it. If you haven't seen it, it's definitely worth watching. You can watch it on Disney. Check out Bette Midler. I can't remember the Kathy something, and Sarah Jessica Parker. Amazing, absolutely amazing. So go and check it out. I'm gonna go all the way to the United States of America today to meet an author. His name's Russell. And he's a horror writer, and he's absolutely amazing. You're going to meet him in a minute. But I think let's just quickly pop across and find out a little bit more about him before I have my chat.
Hello there, hope you're doing well. My name is Russell, and I'm an author. What do I write? I write disturbing, dark, provocative horror. And if you're into that, you come to the right place. But who am I? I'm just your ordinary executive chef / culinary instructor during the day, and I write these haunting, creepy tales to keep you awake at night. I present my new trilogy, which is the Gavin Nolan trilogy that is set right behind me. What is it about? In the first book, Gavin, that you see right behind me, you'll understand the protagonist. He is a homicide detective on the Chicago Police Force. He comes across this brutal serial killer who likes to display his body in a grisly manner and leave behind cryptic, blood-scrawled messages. Soon, you'll realize that Gavin is connected to the killer somehow, and those blood-scrawled messages are linked to him. It's for him to take a moment from his past and reconcile it in order to catch the killer. In the second book, Derek. You'll meet Derek Williamson, Gavin's police partner. He also is on the Chicago Police Department. And in this particular story, which is set 6 months later after Gavin, it's set in a wintry, bitter cold Chicago. A deadly arsonist is leaving mayhem throughout the Chicago area. Not just destroyed buildings, but also seemingly random victims. Female victims. As the case unfolds, the killer leaves a significant piece on one of the corpses. A link that is connected to Derek's past. his military past, something he will not admit immediately. As the case unfolds, Gavin soon realizes there's a key link to Derek and the victims. Something Derek must confess about his military past. In an explosive ending, you'll understand all the truths will come out. Now, in the final book, Quinn, which I just released this last year, is the final installment. Who is Quinn? Quinn is the captain over Gavin, Quinn Creighton. You will understand early on in book 1 that Quinn and Gavin have a very tumultuous relationship. The story begins as Gavin comes off a huge tragedy and meets his new partner, Evelyn Lopez, in a graveyard. Another body is discovered, headless, this time beaten. Soon he realizes who the victim is. The person is actually connected between himself and Quinn. Now when he goes and meets and tries to get an answer out of Quinn, of course he bulldogishly refuses. As the story unfolds, Gavin must go dig into Quinn's personal life to understand who Quinn is. Something that he's not ready to admit to. But during this whole thing, and during all 3 books, you understand that there's a bigger story going on. And in the final moments of the book, you understand where Gavin winds up and who and what is behind the whole tragic story. My books have been having great 5-star reviews. You should check them out on Amazon. Thank you very much for joining me. Please visit me on Facebook, Russell the Author. You could also visit me on Twitter. I love to tweet at Russell_writer. I like to Instagram it, Russell_writer. And also you can check out my website for more information, russelltheauthor.com. Thank you very much. Have a fantastic day, and I hope to see you again very soon.
Let's go and meet this week's very special guest, Russell. Russell, the author. Welcome to the Jaden Show.
No, thank you so much for having me here. It's great to see you, like, in person.
Well, absolutely. Yeah, we've been chatting for quite a while, but never kind of managed to get this far. So this is really quite cool. Tell me, I've been reading, like, you kind of started at a bit of an early age by kind of, telling stories to the people in your neighborhood and stuff like that. And obviously you started writing when you was an adolescent, but kind of what do you remember the kind of the spark? Was there like the spark that you just thought, oh my God, this is kind of, I just want to write?
Well, when I first started writing, like way back when, I just decided that, it'd be really fun to spin a tale. And I always really liked doing that. It wasn't really until like my 20s that I started writing things down, like a little here and there and there and there and here and there. And, life goes on. And I decided on the side that I would start writing a manuscript. So I actually completed one manuscript already. It's buried deep in the wells of life. But after I completed that first one, that's when the spark came and I went, oh my goodness, I can actually write a whole book. And that's where my first book, The Tale of Old Man Fisher, which is out now, came about. And now, arduously, I wrote it by hand. I know, no computer, wrote it by hand here and there. And then I transcribed it to a computer. I upgraded myself. And after I wrote that and I did a couple of manuscript, couple editing and drafts, I just started going, oh my goodness, I can do this. So, and that's where, I don't do short stories. That's just so vague. I'm just always like thinking. And I think the characters develop.
The whole thing just develops and grows, right? But why horror? Out of all the genres, romantic, science fiction, why? I mean, are you a bit of a, when you're sitting down to chill, is it like Chucky that comes on? Is that your kind of the way? Are you a bit of a horror fanatic?
No, I mean,
obviously.
No, I mean, I always like gravitated towards horror. I mean, when I was young, I really was, a chicken shit. And can I swear?
I still am a chicken shit, so you're good. You're good.
Okay.
I never grew out of it, unfortunately.
It goes back to my mother. My mother was just obsessed with horror movies, and she always watched these really weird shows and stuff like that. And so, like way back in the day when VCRs were coming out, we got my parents a VCR, and we got one of those home video passes, and we're like, ooh. Wow. So, my sisters were like, well, do you think we should get them The Sound of Music? Do you think they would like that? The first thing she says, oh, we can get Texas Chainsaw Massacre.
As you would, right?
And hence I started really liking horror.
Wow, man.
I mean, of course, I do like nice thriller, psychological suspense, but horror is just, it's fun.
Well, actually, in all honesty, I can't watch horrors because I'm still chicken shit. But the very first book that I picked, the book that kind of got me into reading, was actually Rats by James Herbert.
Oh, really?
I couldn't watch any of the movies, and then I went on to like The Magic Cottage and Moon and all these. I must have read, double figures of James Herbert books. I'm now backsliding, and I've gone to Barbara Gregory. So that's kind of like I've gone down that Downton Abbey kind of slope now. But so I'm not a bad boy anymore. But now I started but I couldn't watch horror on TV, still can't. But I love James Herbert books.
Here I am. I'm waiting for like the next Halloween movie coming out. I'm waiting for Hellraiser the show.
I'm excited by Hocus Pocus, the second show. So that's. I like vampires. So if it's vampirical horror, even if it's gory ass, I can watch that. But if it's about humans or demons, because I know both exist, I can't really watch it. It's too real for me then.
Well, then there you go. We'll just leave it to like aliens. Aliens
and vampires. I'm a bad boy when it comes to horror. But I think you could slightly exist in my next door neighbour's front garden. Mm-mm. I live in a jungle on my own in Mexico, so I kind of need to keep my viewing on a level that I'm not shitting myself to take the dogs out for a pee last thing at night.
Oh, right. I mean, I used to live in a house that the back end of our house was on 5 acres of darkness. Wow. Oh my God. And I am,
you're like a brave man. You can do horror stuff.
I look outside going, okay, there must be zombies out there.
You are the first person I've admitted this to, but I remember watching The Wizard of Oz, and I had to hide my mum's red shoes in case that fucking witch came.
Oh my God.
So yeah, I've never been good with scary things, mate. Like ever, really. But I'm looking forward to reading your books because I love reading horror because I can play it down a little bit in my head. I can go into it as gory and as crazy and as macabre as my head wants to go as well. So I've got that filter. Whereas when you're watching something, it's just there. You can only understand what you're seeing in front of you, and that can be more shocking because your brain probably wouldn't have worked it out that way in your head.
Right. Absolutely. Horror is just it's just
horrible.
But now my books, do contain some naughty words in it. So
bring it, brother, bring it. I ain't afraid. I'm scared of daggers and blood, but the occasional fuck and stuff like that doesn't really particularly affect me. So we're good. So why? I mean, like, did you start writing horror because you were such a fan of horror movies, or was it just you discovered the darkness within oneself and could tap into that to write it?
Well, my doctors tell me that I should write it out versus, acting it out. No, just kidding.
The medication's great. It's keeping you chilled, right?
Well, the blue pills are really tasty. They taste like licorice. They just evolved, and I just really enjoyed. I mean, like Old Man Fisher, it was sort of my nod to old monster movies. I'll never give spoilers, so don't think I will give a spoiler about my book. But it's my ode to monster movies. And if you get to the Gavin Nolan trilogy, Old Man Fisher is sort of like my Disney movie.
Wow. Okay.
Compared to the next 3 books.
So you've got Old Man Fisher, you've got Gavin, you've got Derek, and you've got Quinn.
Correct.
Right? So are you in the process of writing new stuff? Is this going to go to film? I mean, how are you seeing the author Russell's future?
Whoa, I like big future. Ooh, big hands, jazz hands. I really, actually I'm working on my version of a horror sci-fi modern, and it's a big title. It's a mouthy title. Again, the reason why I don't use my last name. It's called The Eradication Initiative.
Okay.
And it's about a group of strangers being hunted down by an insidious company for unknown purposes.
Sounds like the American government.
Well, duh.
Wonder where you're getting your your motivation. Who's your muse in this? Well, that sounds cool, man. How far are you into kind of doing this at the moment?
Well, it's my epic one, so it's going to be like a really big, meaty one. It's my ode to like Stephen King. It's my ode to like those big, fat. I read Game of Thrones. Let me tell you, I read all books of them. Wow. I did it in 1 month.
Wow. Okay. So in your writing books, does that mean like when you get downtime and you don't really particularly want to do writing, that you kind of stay away from the written word, or does it make you kind of want to immerse yourself in someone else's writing?
Oh, I do.
Fantasy?
Yeah. I like to immerse myself in other people. I mean, again, like Twitter, my Twitter people out there. I have a lot of author friends, and I read a lot of their books. I don't really read a lot of New York Best Time anymore. I just read more like indie authors. I read whatever. I read, I write horror, but I'll read whatever. I mean, depending on the author and what their style. I go for like style. I look at their technique, how they're, making scenery, but of course the plot, and like what's going on with the characters. And trust me, if there's a book that I know that I can't get into, I mean, you have to capture my attention in the first 35, 40 pages. If you don't, I'm done.
Mine's the first 3 to 4 lines, mate, if I'm being really honest. That's why rats got me straight away. I was like, oh my God, a rat eating some guy having sex in a graveyard. That's my kind of story. So I was like, you got me. But wow, okay, so that's pretty amazing then. So if they haven't got you in the first kind of chapter almost, then really.
Yeah. Again, it's just, I just look for like, like their, how they're talking, how they're using dialogue. Again, being like a musician, you always want to know like who's out there and what they're playing, and you're getting their tune, as it were.
Yeah.
So you just have to know like who your other not competitors are, but who else is out there. What are they doing different?
Yeah, I guess it's everyone's a winner, right? You're getting new ideas, possible new kind of plans for adaptation or whatever, but also you're getting to read a good story as well. So
absolutely,
discovering new authors.
Absolutely. But you asked about my writing process. So according to my editor, I love her. She says I'm one of those crazy author people, and when I sit down at the laptop, it's just me and my crazy brain.
Okay.
For the first draft, I don't do character outlines. I don't do plots. I don't even do research. I just write. And then the second draft, like what I'm doing right now, that's when I start thinking about characters, and I making sure that all eye colors are blue, the same character. And because sometimes I switch halfway through. Okay. Sometimes I change names. I go, oh my God, what did I just do? I shouldn't be drinking while doing this. And then by the time that my editor gets to the book, that's when I feel it's at least cohesive.
Right.
And then they go and do their magic.
So how obviously you've written your first book, super achievement. How was it received by not only people you know, but by the general public?
Well, I mean, it's been getting really good reviews. My trilogy has been getting really good reviews. Gavin is, Gavin's the first one. It really kicks off the series. When I was in graduate school, like a few years ago, again, in graduate school, reading intense work and writing papers, and then doing your master thesis, like in 2 years, was just like mind boggling. So I actually wrote Gavin while in graduate school. It's sort of like the pressure of writing papers all the time and doing research, and it got me into the discipline of not writing in small chunks. It sort of pushed me further. So in a way, and that's where Gavin sort of grew. And then right after I finished Gavin, I knew immediately Derek had a story. That's his partner, his police partner. And then, of course, Quinn. Quinn's just a bad boy.
Okay. Wow, man. So have you already got plans for what's coming next?
I'm hoping to keep moving forward, trying to get into more promotions. Trying to get my books in people's hands. That's my big goal. And that's being again an indie author. That's the biggest struggle. An
independent artist on any form of the scale is bloody difficult work, mate.
Yes, it is. I mean, again, just to be recognized. And again, a lot of people who've read my books, they say, oh my God, this could be like a movie. They could just see it as a movie.
Are you punting it to producers and stuff like that, or?
That's my goal.
That's the plan.
Yeah, I'd like that to happen. And maybe some great person's watching your show right now going, oh my goodness.
Mum, do you know anyone? Mum, ask Ethel next door. Does she know? We're on it, dudes.
There you go.
Well, I did find out, I don't know if you know, there's an English chat show host called Graham Norton.
Yes.
Yeah, well, apparently the executive director of that show was watching a few of the episodes of my show.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I heard from his best mate. So that was kind of, he got stuck for 3 hours just scanning through some of the shows. So that's kind of quite exciting for me.
Oh my goodness. I'm so excited. So this is like a burgeoning thing. This is going to be...
Who knows, man? I think he did say, or apparently he said, why is he not doing this in England? And I was like, well, I lived in England for 43 fucking years and no one wanted me to do it. Now I'm here doing it in Mexico. Now you want me to do it in England.
Right. You can't have your pie and have your cake.
Oh, man, people are just so fussy. I think I need to start writing just to get my head out of the reality of life and to start channeling it into some kind of... I think I've got a great idea for a book full of short, fat people and a wizard called Gaydolf the Pink. That's
there you go.
My book, yeah. And Senor of the Ring. That's what it's going to be called.
I'll be the first one to purchase it. I'm there.
I might even send you a copy because I'm lovely. So
I'm your number one fan.
Well, that's you. I've got two now, so that's kind of joint winners with my mother. So that's
there you go.
Good. I do need a few more, hence the reason why I'm having this show as well. It'd be nice to kind of get other people watching. But okay, so do you? I mean, in your downtime when you're doing nothing, you're not reading. What else do you do?
Oh well, my real job.
Oh, this is actually a chef.
I know. Imagine. I'm a chef. I've been always in the restaurant business and stuff like that. So I'm actually a culinary instructor at a local college.
How do you get time to write fucking books?
I don't know.
Oh my God, man. That's amazing. Oh, well, fantastic. So you can cook as well as write. Maybe
next time if you have me on, I might cook something for you.
Yeah, and I don't know how we're going to do that via internet.
I know.
You might have to... I'm technical to a limit, dude. To a limit. But maybe if I ever get to Estados Unidos or you get out to Mexico, then that could be a recorded session.
There you go. I'll be right there in your kitchen making something.
We should do that. Okay, so you cook, so that's your day job. So you even have less time off than what I thought. So if you're really I need to zone out, what is your go-to?
In front of the TV. No.
Yeah. No, that would be mine actually. Fair.
Well, actually my other go-to place is I'm one of those crazy workout people. And, I really, when I started out as a chef back in my 20s, I don't know, not in the 20s. I'm not that ancient.
Oh, yeah, you're not bloody vampire. Oh, man, that's why you're into horror books.
I'm not that pasty, am I?
Actually got a good colour, too.
So, in my 20s, when I started out being a chef and stuff like that, I ate everything. Everything. Oh my God. I mean, you couldn't help it. I mean, I was eating like day. I was eating on a line.
I'm not a chef and I do that. So I don't know how you coped with not doing that as a chef.
Well, I mean, I really packed on pounds. And then when my son was born, I said, I don't want to be a large father because, I mean, I was, pushing the big maximum density. And so I got a treadmill and I started walking on it. And then I started running. And eventually I started doing marathons. Okay. And so like 10 years ago, like in my 30s, late 30s, early 40s, someone should have gave me food because I was very anorexic.
Really?
Let me tell you, running for a marathon, that's a lot of training. That's a lot of discipline.
No, again, I can imagine, mate. Running for the bus is that for me. So to do a whole marathon, I'm super into all.
Yeah. But then during the same time, I started doing weight training and stuff like that. So I've been really, in like the last 10 years, really getting into bodybuilding and really powerlifting and stuff. I'm trying to add more mass to my frame.
Wow, cool, man. So you're even working in your downtime as well?
Yeah, I my downtime is like the gym, and then I cook, and then when I have time, I write, and then life.
Oh, man.
Oh, and cheers.
Cheers. I've got nothing to cheers you with. How rude. I've got a cup of witches full of pens.
Oh, there you go.
Cheers. That's all I have. Fantastic. So where can people, well, firstly, I know that you're on Insta, Facebook and Twitter, but tell us where can people, and you've got your own .com site, but where can people find you? Are there any other social media places where people can hunt you down?
Instagram. I love the IG. I'm at, what am I at now?
You are at, I've got it here, Author_Russell.
Yep, that's it. Because I just changed my, I had to create a new IG account because I got hacked. Like 2 months ago. Yeah. So I lost a lot of followers. Now I have to regain them all. So
I'm sure they'll come back in floods, mate. And after this show, you'll have my mother.
Oh my God, that's like one more. I love it. I want to meet your mother.
See, well, she's coming to Mexico. Like, I've been living here 7 years, and she's actually coming out for the first time next year. So,
oh my God,
I'm bloody excited. Crazy, man. Me get my mum out here. About bloody time, though. My goodness. So you're on Twitter because that's how I met you. Your Instagram. You've got russelltheauthor.com. Mm-hmm. Have you succumbed to the TikTok?
No,
not yet. Okay.
I know. I might have to at some point. I might.
You might have to. If you're bodybuilding, it might have to be you in a pair of swimming shorts doing dancing to what's her face? I can't remember. I'm a nigga in the minute, then I'm gonna to pump me up. I can't even remember, but I've seen it. I just wanted to watch. Actually, I was on TikTok just to watch like the kind of real life hauntings and aliens and glitches and stuff like that. And every other video is a bio girl saying, "I'm a nigga, independent man or woman, pump me." I'm like, oh my God, I even woke up singing it, like thinking, what the fuck? This is such a powerful tool, man. It really is crazy. Like, unbelievable. Okay, so you might eventually succumb to the TikTok.
I might.
Community. Okay, cool, man. That's really, really good. So, where else can people find you? Where can they find your books, more importantly?
Most importantly, Amazon.com. Your friend and my friend. Absolutely. Yeah, that's where Amazon.us, Amazon.uk, Europe, Australia, all over. Wherever you can find an Amazon. There's my book.
You are. Fantastic.
And again, it's Russell. I dropped my last name, so.
Okay. So it's Russell, and your books are, is it The Tale of...
The Tale of Old Man Fisher.
Old Man Fisher, Gavin, Derek, and Quinn, and that's a trilogy.
Correct. Oh, look at this. I have one. Oh, Gavin. Hey. Imagine.
That looks really cool.
Yours. Jaden, these are going to be yours. I'm going to send these out to you.
Really?
Yes, absolutely.
Fantastic.
Eric. Oh, and Quinn. What? I just happen to have these here. Oh my goodness.
Okay. Inexplicably, there's a story in itself, I think. That's amazing, because here, living in Mexico, obviously, for me, it's very difficult, unless I go use the internet, it's very difficult for me to obtain English books. Books that I can read. And yeah,
I suppose.
Because it's Spanish, everything's Spanish here. So you can go into, like, there's a bookshop called Gandhi, and you can go in there, and there's, like, one rack of shelving with, like, English books. So that's why I was getting my Barbara Gregory, because there was nothing else to read. And I was like, actually, it's quite a dirty side of the Tudor history. And being away, when I was living in London, not really into it. I lived by Hampton Court Palace, which was the palace of King Henry VIII. I loved going there because I'm a bit of a nature boy and the gardens were beautiful, but never really got into it. Thought Downton Abbey was for pussies. That was it. We ain't watching this. Living in Mexico, I'm the biggest Downton Abbey fan. Now I just miss anything to do with England and home now. So I'm like reading so Barbara Gregory books. I'm like, rah man, that Henry VIII was a bad boy with his pustulous leg. So I don't mind things like that. So yeah, so it'd be really, really good to get your books. And actually,
they do have naughty bits in it. So just to let you know,
mate, I've got to live my life through someone. I live in a fucking jungle with 28 rescue animals, so send it out as quick as you can, dude. That's
absolutely.
Well, I think we should get together again after I've read them, and we should do a little kind of. I do a Wednesday Jaden show special sometimes to kind of promote stuff. Maybe after I've read them, so it might be a couple of weeks. We should get together.
You might need a Silkwood shower afterwards. You know,
really. I'm in the post, man. I'm looking forward to this now. I'm going to go sit on the beach with my margarita with Gavin, Quinn, and Derek.
Absolutely. The beach will get hotter.
I'm on it. Okay, send me those books. I'll have a nice little read, and then maybe we should get together when I've read them and we can have a little chat about them. I can tell you all my favourite parts.
Oh my goodness, yes. Absolutely. That would be great. Maybe I'll make it like a little appetizer and we can try it virtually.
Absolutely. Yeah, well, you can try it and let me know what I'm missing. Yeah, I kind of see that as one-sided friendship, to be fair. But
no,
Jaden, this one's really delicious, dude. Like, oh my god, you should.
I'll overnight you something.
Okay, this is the plan. This is
wherever you're living. I'll overnight it. It'll airdrop to you.
Well, I'm kind of on the same side. I'm only like a couple of kilometers south of Cancun in Mexico. Wow. So actually, just across the road, really, for you guys.
Right, just right there.
The right side of the pond for a change. Yeah. I said, well, eventually I need to be going to Estados Unidos. I need to be going to the United States at some point again. So we'll definitely keep. Whereabouts in the States are you hailing from?
I'm in upstate New York. I live about 3 hours away from the city, New York City. I
was north of the city, so towards Canada.
Yeah. Actually, I was born and raised in the Midwest, so from Wisconsin. And actually, my books, all of them, are set in Chicago. I lived in Chicago for many years, so I still have my area code number. People in New York is like, when I tell people my number in New York, they're like, this is not a New York number. No, it's Chicago.
Wow, okay.
But then when I get around my family, oh my God. So I just recently got around my family and I start sounding like them, and they're very up north, like Canadian. So I come back and go, oh yeah, you betcha.
Hey.
Right over there.
Wow.
Oh yeah.
I think I've become more British living in Mexico, to be fair.
Well, yeah.
I did live in Canada for a little bit, and I came back saying tuna Tuesday and A, rather than tuna Tuesday and A.
Right.
So yeah, maybe I would if I was there for a little bit, but I don't seem to be picking up much of the whole kind of the Mexican acento at the moment. Not at the moment. Maybe one day when I grow up.
You maybe have a nice British Spanish accent. There you go.
Well, sí, absolutamente.
Very extra sexy. See, when you're interviewing people, you go, oh.
Sí, y mi español es mejor.
And you have to growl your teeth. There you go.
Hola, papi. Not sure it works, but we'll try and find out. Russell, the author, thank you so much for being part of the show.
No, thank you.
Bloody lovely. Guys at home, go and show this boy some love. Go and find him on his social media, on his Twitter, on his Facebook, and on his Instagram, and go and buy, purchase, tell your friends, tell your neighbours, even the enemies. Go and tell everyone about these books that you need to be reading and purchasing from Amazon worldwide, so there is no excuse.
Yes, sir.
Thank you so much. Let's catch up again soon when I've read the books, and let's have a chat about them. And if you get any new news, like things are happening, like, I don't know, just let me know and we'll do another interview. That'd be wonderful.
Absolutely. Oh my God. This was so much fun. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, man. You take care and we'll be in touch.
I am not
Namaste. See you later, dude.
All right. Thank you.
Such a fun guy to talk to. What a super special guy Russell is. Please, like we said during our conversation, please go and check him out. Please go and like his social media. Please go and check out his books on Amazon. I'm so excited about mine being sent to me. I can't wait to read them. So I'll let you know what I think. But get reading. Let me know what you're thinking about how the books are going. It'll be really super cool to hear all about it from you. Thank you guys so much for joining my show. I hope you have enjoyed another super special The Jaden Show. I will be back next week with another super wonderful guest. In the meantime, I'm going to leave you with a bit of music by Jaden Cornelious, everybody. This was his particular take. This was my version of George Michael's, and I think it's a Rebe McEntire as well, I think it is. I Can't Make You Love Me. It's a beautiful song, one of my favourites to sing. Enjoy. Please subscribe, please like, please comment, please share, and I'll see you next week on the Jaden Show.
Inside my head, lay down with me, tell me no lies, just hold me close, don't patronize, don't patronize me. You won't, no you won't, 'cause I can't make you love me if you don't. My eyes, then I won't see. Love you don't feel when you're holding me. Morning will come and I'll do what's right. Just give me till then to give up this fight. And I will give up this fight, 'cause I can't make you love me if you don't. And I can't make your heart feel something it won't. Here in the dark, in these final hours, I will lay down my heart and I'll feel the power, but you won't. No, can't make you love me. If you don't